Do you want to learn how to install structural beams? Keep watching! My name is Catherine. Welcome to our timber home. Well, today is the day. The beams have finally arrived. And since we have not moved in yet, we can store the beams in the living room and dining room on the homemade sawhorses that we have placed on their sides. As you can see, we even had to store one outside and cover it with a tarp. The landscaping is pretty sparse for now, but not for long. I have a funny story for you. In order to add the structural beams in the dining room and bathroom, we had to get our insulation sucked out, then we bolted the ceilings, and then later get the insulation blown back in again. Pretty crazy. Cosimo Insulation did a wonderful job and are located in Willard, Ohio. You may be asking yourselves, why timber beams? Well, our story starts in the kitchen. My husband had the great idea to vault our ceilings in the kitchen, bathroom, and dining room. When he removed the drywall ceiling, that is when we discovered something amazing. Original timber beams from the 1840s. Now that you've seen our lovely timber beams, let's move on to the dining room and discuss the structural beam installation. In this picture, you can see part of the drywall ceiling that needs removed and the kitchen beam. My husband used a cherry picker and a drywall lift to accomplish this extraordinary feat. And of course, sawdust was everywhere. As you can see, during renovations, we had to go into the dining room a few inches to make room for our one-piece fiberglass shower. In this picture, you can see the door opening where our cute little attic used to be. This was a huge task to undertake. Our good friend Eric came over and helped Don with the beam installation in the dining room. Once they had the beams as high as they could go, they rested the beam on the homemade scaffolding that Don had built. I stained all the beams. That part of the job went much faster than I expected. As for the beam installation, we used structural screws and Don cut dowel rods into small pieces and added a little yellow glue and inserted them into the hole where the structural screws had been recessed. Here is the finished dining room with the 3 structural beams. We used 3 old windows and turned them into transoms. Don installed them so that they could actually tilt in. He even added an outlet by the transom in case I want to add a Christmas wreath. If you recall, the center beam is where the old attic door used to be located. The bathroom, as you can see, was atrocious. We used beams from the dining room that were much smaller and added those to the bathroom ceiling. I think it is just stunning. Such a beautiful look in our bathroom. Now, onto the living room. The structural beams were necessary in the living room and master bedroom because the floors above had a lot of bounce to them. Besides that, the ceilings in the living room and master bedroom were sagging in the center. The tall wooden scaffolding were invaluable. They really helped us complete this project without needing a lot of extra help. For those of you who do not know what a cherry picker is, it is used to pull an engine out of a car, or in our case, to install structural beams. As you can see, Don is securing the beam to the cherry picker with chains. It is so nice to be finally getting these beams off the floor and onto the ceiling where they belong. Now that the beam is secure on the cherry picker, Don will lift the beam as high as the cherry picker can go. This is the reason for the scaffolding. The beam rests on the scaffolding on each end. The drywall lift is being centered under the structural beam. Don is going to crank the drywall lift until the beam touches the ceiling. Here he is jacking up the beam on top of the wooden scaffolding using an automotive jack. All he has to do is raise up the corner of the beam. I helped guide the beams occasionally, but he pretty much did the last two rooms all by himself. As you can see, pretty simple. All you need are the right tools. Now let's head to the last room, the master bedroom. My friend Debbie helped remove the many layers of wallpaper in this room and many others. Well, by now I think you are getting the hang of this structural beam installation process. As for the way everything turned out, I couldn't be happier. I am in love with my cottage beams. This whole process was easier and faster than expected, which was such a surprise. For more details on how to install structural beams, head over to my blog, ourtimberhome.com. The materials we used for this project will be linked below. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. And welcome to Our Timber Home.